got a whole bunch of youngsters out here ready to lay it on the line for you with this youth camp. Tell me about Hope through football. I know this is in the first year, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, when I played, I had a charity that I did my camps in Indiana, where I'm from, Fort Wayne, Indiana, did for 14 years, and then I got into, you know, I got into the media side of it, the NFL Network and all that, and then I got to calling games, Westwood One, start coaching, and then probably 3 years ago, I was like, you know what, I want to give back to the kids again, somehow, some way, and then we were just sitting around figuring out a name, and we came up with Hope, so helping our youth practice excellence through football, and it's really that. It's just, you know, it's through football, but we're trying to get them to focus in on doing all the things the right way. You know, football can teach you a lot. I think sports in general can teach you a lot if you let it. All these kids are coming from all different walks of life, different economical backgrounds, religion background, all of it. But they have one common goal when they step on the field, and they learn to work with individuals that they've never met before. That's what it's all about, and hopefully, as they're doing that, our motto on the back of all the shirts you'll see for the kids is "I can, I will," and they got to believe in the person they see in the mirror. And if they can do that as they're young, as they get older, life becomes a lot easier, and they become a really good teammate, brother, uncle, father, you know, son, and you know, we're just trying to make each community a little bit better through football.
And that's an important thing that you want to instill in them. That's not just on the field, not just in sports that they play, but really in the classroom, really in everyday life, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, you're a student athlete. You know, that's what I told all these kids. And one kid's like, I'm homeschooled. I'm saying, yeah, you're homeschooled, but you got to do your academics first. So you want to instill that it is a game, but through that, you can learn a lot of valuable lessons. How to work hard, how to work with others, how to follow instructions. That's what you're going to do your whole life. And as you do it at a young age and you do it in this sport, hopefully you become a better gentleman or individual when you get done.
How important is it for kids really to understand that, like, you may be excelling at something, but there's always room for growth. There's always room to continually learn, because as much as you could be an all-star at this level, there's all-stars everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have your cup half full, right? If your cup is full, you can learn nothing. Nobody can pour into you. So if your cup is halfway there, when people are talking to you, you can learn from them. You can keep being adaptable and learnable and teachable. Heck, I'm still learning. I'm still adapting. I'm 57. I'm still, you know, getting stuff from other individuals and applying that into my life. And these young individuals, they can do the same thing.
What would you say to that youngster that really wants to really make it? Because, I mean, a lot of times it's not just on talent alone. There's a lot of intangibles. There's a lot of things you have to go through. Is it that staying after practice, put it in the extra work? I mean, obviously with you, it wasn't just as cut and dry, simple, so.
No, you know, it was told to me in 1987 that it's a simple game, not easy to play at a high level on a consistent basis. And that was by Chuck Noll. And one of the other things he told me is that this game is played more mental than physical. Athletically, most of the guys who go play football, especially as they get older, are athletic in some capacity. Some might be bigger, faster, stronger, but it's the individuals who learn the game more mental, faster. Those guys excel faster, and they let their athletic ability take over quicker than the rest of them.
What do you also say about, because injuries are such a prevalent thing?
Yep.
I mean, thankfully, you didn't hit injuries as much as, like, take a guy like Gale Sayers that
right.
We all wish he could have played longer, but you had good health throughout your career for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, 5 knee surgery later. You know, didn't complain about it, but injuries are part of any day life, right? You can be walking down the stairs and trip over and blow your ACL out. I mean, it can happen. So it's, you know, it's a part about being adaptable, pliable, and if something does, an adversity and obstacle come your way, you gotta get through it.
What would have been life? Could you even imagine if there wasn't football? I mean, football is. We can't even imagine Rod Woodson, Hall of Famer, football player. I mean, was there ever something else?
Track.
I
was a track runner for the vast majority of my life. When I got done in '87, I had the 4th fastest time in the world in the 110 hurdles. Probably would have ran track. If you would have heard about me, I don't know, you know, but that was my next love.
So you want to be an Olympic runner?
Yeah, that would have been great, you know, but when I came out, if you became a professional, you couldn't get your amateur status back. And then '92
right.
came around, and that's when they had the Dream Team, and now you can be a professional and an amateur and go to the Olympics. But back then you couldn't. So by the time it got to '92, I was like, yeah, that track days are over.
Well, hey, even as your career went later and later, you were still one of the faster guys in the league. It was always hearing about like you and Darrell Green. Your age went up, your speed didn't diminish all that much.
No, you know, we stayed on the track. When Carnell Lake came to Pittsburgh with me, we stayed on the track quite a bit and doing our track workouts and swimming workouts and our lifting workouts, and then we went to the field and did our field workouts. You know, Carnell was a different beast, outstanding player, and he made me work a lot harder than I probably would have if he wasn't there.
And again, with all these youth here today, I mean, what's the biggest takeaway? I mean, obviously there's all those different things you want to instill, but I mean, like, if there's one thing that you could just hopefully break ground on them, what would it probably be?
Well, I think the biggest thing is I just want to plant a seed in self-belief. That's the key. I just want, and that's our motto, I can, I will, on the back of their shirts. I just want to plant a seed of self-belief, and then somewhere along the line, somebody's going to come and water it. Somewhere else down the line, there's going to be a harvest, and there's going to be that growth with the kids. So that's all I'm trying to do. And maybe there is a seed planted in some of them, and we're doing the watering, and somewhere down the line, there's going to be the harvest. But we just want them all to succeed in whatever they're doing, but they have to believe in who they are first.
And just last thing, being a football guy, who's your pick? Could you even pick this year? Is it too soon?
No, well, I mean, how do you go against Kansas City? You know, they've played so well for so long now, and Patrick Mahomes has learned to use his legs, and you know their defense plays well when they have to play well. So I don't know if I can go against those guys again.
And who's the next guy joining you in the hall? All those Pittsburgh greats too.
Oh, you know what? I mean, Pittsburgh. I would love to see my guy over there with me. Carnell Lake, I think he belongs in there. It's a lot of other safeties that have gone in that I thought he was better than. But, you know, whoever goes in, they're going to be my brothers for life over there in Canton.
Awesome. Hey, well, I appreciate your time.
I appreciate
Thank you so much.
Thank you.